don't know. It was like one of those niche things, but I don't know. I was obsessed with that edit. Just like sabs. I don't know what it is about sabs, but I like a sab. It's kind of, I don't know what what it would look like to describe if you've never seen a sab. It's kind of a cross between a Pinto, like if you've seen the car from, it kind of looks almost like the car from Wayne's World. Slightly. Except it's a little bigger. It looks a little bigger. Yes, I'm sleeping at the Whataburger parking lot. You don't know who Michael McDonald is? You know the song Regulators? It was a clear white moon. Warren G was in the streets trying to consume. Just hit the east side of the LBC on the mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Sorry, now I have that song stuck in my head. Oh, you skirts know what's up with 213. So our books are left on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. Anyway, now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. Michael McDonald, that beat is a sampled beat from a Michael McDonald song that's like, I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. And Michael McDonald is also from this famous group called the Doobie Brothers. I love the Doobie Brothers. Don't even get me started. You probably, I don't know if you've heard that song, What a Fool Believes. And the way that he sings, he has like a unique voice. It's kind of like if you hear someone's voice, like I can hear voices, and I can just immediately tell who the singer is. I'm good at pinpointing because, you know, singers have a unique voice. Like, you could tell if it's Stevie Wonder, you know. Like, I can tell Michael McDonald because he's kind of like one of those, like, Randy Newman, you know. Everyone knows Randy Newman because he sings that song, You Got a Friend in Me. Anyways, he's kind of like that. He's a white guy with a beard. And, yeah. I like the Doobie Brothers. They're going on tour too, and I don't even have the money to go see them. But he also has another song, which I don't know because I watch a lot of stuff that people really don't watch. There's this movie with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal, and they're cops. And there's this one part in the movie where they go on a vacation. Because, you know, they're cops, but then they take a break from being cops. And they go on vacation, and there's this song that's like, Shall sweet freedom shine a light on me. Anyways, that's a song that Michael McDonald also sings, and I like that song. You are the magic, you're right where I wanna be. But the way that he sings is, you have to hear his voice. Then you'll recognize him in a lot of things. You'll also recognize him. He's like, a lot of these singers sing backgrounds in songs, and you could hear like their background vocals. Like, he sings a lot of background vocals for Kenny Loggins, which I like Kenny Loggins as well, because for me, I like yacht rock. Like, you can't go wrong with yacht rock songs. Like, I don't know, I just like music that I like all kinds of music. I listen to everything. I'm eclectic. I'll even listen to classical music, operatic music. My dad used to play that all the time. And I thought he was joking because he would explain. You know, when the operatic music, they sing, it's literally telling a story. And I just thought, oh, no, like, I guess, I don't know how people understand that, but it's literally like, like going to a theater and watching, like, theatrical, not like a musical, you know, but it's crazy. Anyways, that was my rant on Michael McDonald. Sorry. Oh, I love Metallica. And I think one of the songs, is it from them? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. One. I love that song, one, because in school, my teacher had played that song. That's when we were learning about the Holocaust, right? And then we learned, so one is based off of a book, of a real life story of a man who, after the war, he ended up blind. He couldn't see, he couldn't hear at all. he was just having like night terrors, or I don't know what it was. But anyways, he was bandaged up, basically bandaged all the way up, and he couldn't like he couldn't see. And it's a whole book. My teacher was telling me about it. I should read that book, by the way. I like reading autobiographies because I read, what autobiography did I read? It was Mobb Deep. That's a good one. If you haven't, you should read Mobb Deep's autobiography. It's a really good one. I wanted to read Jennifer Lewis's one, and I wanted to read Britney Spears. I'm gonna have to find some to read because I love reading books. Like, Geminis love reading books. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Now God, please take me. That's the song. One, if you have not heard One by Metallica, play that song. I like that song. I listen to everything, like everything. I tell you, I can read. Just because I read up to a 7th grade reading level does not mean I can't read. I can read past that. Hello? Well, yeah, whatever. Sometimes I tend to change the lyrics. Sorry. How exactly are you trying to get a house? Oh, how am I gonna do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You look like a bulldog. Yeah, probably because that's my favorite dog. People tend to look like their dogs. And if I get a bulldog, I think I would look like one. I would look like my dog, I mean. I think because that's my favorite dog. I'm trying to think. There was another song I was going to talk about, but then I forgot. I listened to, oh yeah, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. I heard stuff about Dee Snider, like, he's not good. I was like, oh man, because I love Twisted Sister. Like, me and my mom love that song. That's her song. Because I know when he says, he goes, you carry that pin on your lapel uniform. I carried an M16. You carry that. No, wait, what did he say? I think he said, you carry that twanger, that sick, repulsive music or something like that. What do you want to do with your life? And then he's like, I want to rock. And it's like, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Cannibal Corpse, I've heard of them, but I don't know if I've heard any songs from them. We got the powers to be just. I forget the lyrics. This is our fight. This is our song. We're not gonna take it. You asked that, and I said no. I would not dye my hair like Nicki Minaj. No, we're gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. But yeah, I think something that I heard about Dee Snider was maybe he was homophobic or something. I can't remember. All I know is like, yeah, it was not. Did you finish school? Obviously, I graduated high school and I have some college because I went to college for a semester. Yeah, there's like some bad stuff about Dee Snider. Dee Snider is from the band Twisted Sister. He's a pedo. Yeah, I can't remember what I heard about him, but I'm like, bro, And I love Twisted Sister, but yeah, a lot of the rockers, to be honest with you, a lot of the rock stars are predators. What they used to do is they used to adopt. They adopted minors to marry them. And one of the people who did that was Steven Tyler. Like, look up Steven Tyler and the gross stuff he says on American Idol. There's a whole compilation of some of the disgusting things he said to contestants on American Idol. And I'm like, yeah, and people love Steven Tyler because they love Aerosmith. Like, I used to like Aerosmith because, that one music video where it goes, I go crazy, crazy, crazy for you, baby. Anyways, it's that one song that has Alicia Silverstone in it. That song. Anyways, but if you didn't know, look up this. So his victim came forward. I'm pretty sure she's still alive, but she's older now. She was 16 when she met Steven Tyler. Apparently, what I recently found out is he was the one who attempted to burn down the apartment she was in because she was pregnant with his child. She's 16. They wanted to keep it a secret. His manager was like, you cannot let anyone know. Obviously, he has an image to upkeep. He's Steven Tyler. If people find out that he got this 16-year-old pregnant, he told this girl to get an abortion or he wasn't going to be with her. He was going to leave her. So she got an abortion to be with him because, you know, she's in love with the guy. So she did what she was desperate. So she did anything she could to keep him. And at that time, they had a very horrific way of doing abortions. The baby was born, and what they do, trigger warning, they snip the baby's neck. And that's how they abort the baby. And she saw that, he saw that, and he ended up leaving her. After the abortion, he left. He lied, he left. And apparently, she was in the house. She was not allowed to go get checkups, so she didn't know if the baby was okay. She was in the apartment, and all of a sudden this fire breaks out. The only way for her to get out is through the door in the kitchen. And she runs to get out, you know. She couldn't get out because the fire had spread or something, so... Excuse me. She crawled into the fireplace. Because that was the only place that, you know, because she didn't want smoke inhalation. So she crawled into the fireplace and they showed up, put the fire out. I thought it was like, I don't remember the way that she was telling the story was basically that, you know, I thought it was like a random fire that started, but learning from someone else on their life, they said he started the fire, so he tried to burn her. Yeah, he tried to kill her because she was a 16-year-old with his baby. And a lot of these rock stars did that. They would ask the parents to adopt a child. They would literally offer money to the parents to adopt these young girls and marry them. That's what these rock stars did. That's the only way they could marry them, was adopting them. Because if they live with them, oh, now we can get married. And like Steven Tyler, I don't know why people like him. He looks creepy. I'm sorry, he doesn't look... There's nothing attractive about Steven Tyler. Like, what? That he gyrates? Like, I don't even see what some people see in these rock stars back in the day. Because some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them were not good looking. Okay. I'm just like, what do these girls see in these guys? Like, jeez. There's no girl behind me. What shampoo do you use? I use Garnier Fructis. You know what's funny is a lot of the products that I got recommended I was already using by someone. That's funny. It's like, Is it avocado, or I don't remember what it is. Like, I don't know. It's Garnier Fructis though, I think. What's your skincare routine? I haven't done my skincare routine. Jesus Christ. I'm not the beauty standard police. It's just crazy to think. And a lot of these rock stars are gross. Like, think about the culture back in the 80s. It was groupies. Like, that's what women did. They flaunted themselves to become groupies. It was sex, drugs, rock and roll. That's literally the motto they lived by in the 80s. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. They were doing loads of drugs. Like, hello, Ozzy Osbourne was a drug addict. Meatloaf, an alcoholic. I love Meatloaf. And I will do anything for love, but I won't do that. I'll drive right to hell and back. But there's that, like, because he was also in Rocky Picture Horror Show, which is my favorite movie, because I love Tim Curry. I love a lot of roles that Tim Curry's in, because I love the original It by Stephen King, I haven't really seen the new one. I've seen bits and pieces, but I like the original one. It's just better, because, yes, I am single, because in the book, well, actually, it is not a clown, it's a shape-shifting alien. It is actually an alien and not a clown. If you read the book, you would know. But yeah, I used to like Stephen King, but then I found out he was in the Epstein files, and that kind of hurt. Because I love The Shining, I love Misery. Misery is my favorite movie with Kathy Bates. Me and my mom love Misery. That is like my favorite movie is Misery. But I've seen a lot of Stephen King movies. Pet Sematary, Thinner, The Thing, I think it is. The Shining's a real good one. Because I love, what's her name? I have her face in my head, and now I forgot. How could I forget? Shelley Duvall. My favorite horror movie would have to be, I don't know. I think Misery is considered a horror movie. I do like Misery. Like, a lot of these movies aren't scary. Like, Halloween, I could watch Halloween. Michael Myers, I could watch Freddy Krueger. So, yeah, I don't think I'm trying, but there are some other good movies, like The Conjuring, The House on the Left, Last House on the Left, A Haunting in Connecticut. Oh, what's that one movie where she's like, there was one movie where it was like the devil or something, but there's that one where Drag Me to Hell, that's a good one. That one. But there was another one, I don't know if that's Drag Me to Hell, where they're like trapped in an elevator and then the devil starts getting them one by one. I can't even remember. But yeah. Are you still using cam? Because I can. I mean, I never forget about teeth. But that movie about the woman with the teeth in her... Oh, I don't even know. There is one movie that is really creepy. Well, I don't find it creepy. I just think it's a weird, odd movie. Have you guys ever seen Tusk? Watch Tusk, because it's a movie with Jake Long, who is from Jeepers Creepers, the first Jeepers Creepers. And I don't even remember how he transformed, but throughout the movie, he is like this walrus, like this human, a human turned walrus. It's just really weird. Like, you have to watch it. No, I don't play Roblox anymore. Well, I haven't played Roblox, and then after what happened, I don't think I'm gonna play Roblox anymore. No, I haven't seen Obsession yet. Caribbean Queen, now we're sharing the same dream. Is Tusk based on a true story? I didn't know that. No, I haven't seen Obsession. And anytime someone mentions Obsession, I don't even, like, my brain goes, cause I'm like, Obsession? What do people mean? Cause, you know, the Obsession that I've seen is the one with Beyonce. The movie Obsession. But then I forget that the new movie that is out is Obsession. But then I'm like, why is someone mentioned it and my brain was like, why are they talking about the movie about Beyonce? Like, what the heck? And then I forgot that there's a movie out called, Obsession. Tusk is a really weird movie. Like, if you're really creeped out, I wouldn't watch that because he's like a human mixed with a walrus, and I don't even remember how he got turned into a walrus. All I know is through the whole movie, he's like a human looking walrus. It's just really weird. There's that one movie that everyone talks about that is, yeah, I don't even ever want to watch that, I don't think. I seen the parody of South Park, the human centipede. Oh my god. When they had agreed to the terms and services of Apple, and then they ended up being tied together by the butt, and it was like human centipede. Oh yeah, I couldn't even. I like seen bits and pieces, but I'm like, I don't think I could ever fully watch that. What about Human Centipede? I've never seen that movie, nor do I think I would want to watch that. It's so, like, and who in their right mind has to be sitting there writing a movie like that? Like, oh, we're just gonna sew people together, like, mouth to ass. And it's just like, you have to be some twisted individual to even think to write a movie like, what? I don't even know. Like, sorry, my phone dimmed and I couldn't see anything. That, to me, I would cry attached. Ew, why would you even mention that? But it doesn't matter, like, that's someone's weird mind. Like, that's weird to even think about something, to even have a thought like, oh, I'm gonna write a movie about sewing people's mouths to other people's ass, like, sewing their butt to, like, what? But the funniest thing is the parody from South Park, where they agree to the terms and services of Apple, and they end up being tied like Human Centipede. So it's a parody of Human Centipede, except it's because they agreed to Apple's terms and services and they didn't read the terms and services, so they end up having to be tied together like a human centipede. That's funny. But yeah. We're talking about horror movies. Because someone said, what's my favorite horror movie? And someone said, what's your favorite horror movie? And then I said I have never seen Human Centipede. I don't want to watch it. But yeah. So yeah. I'm trying to fix this. No, I don't go like during the day. What? You should watch Emerson's Blue. You know what's another good movie I like? Is Train to Busan. That's a good one. I can't watch things on live. There's like this app, which I don't even want to get because, to be honest, I thought it would be a cool app, but I now thinking about doing that, because people would use it for the wrong reasons. There's this app, I don't know if they still have it, that you can pay for, and basically you can do a live watch party of movies and stuff, even shows, and a whole group of people can watch and then you talk about it, but you can go live, like it's like a video call, and then stream whatever it is that you're watching. And I know technically you can do that on Zoom and Google Meets, and then just, yeah, but there's a place like that, and actually you could stream straight and everyone just watches it. But I don't want to do that. Oh, nice. I wish I could bet. I would probably be winning right now. Oh, red flag. I would have to listen to that. I feel like that's a trolling song. Yes, I know Tyler Catastrophe. I've seen videos on him. I don't have WhatsApp. I thought you lost the Switch in the accident. How'd you get another one? 'Cause I bought it with my money. Sugar Molly, that's weird. Hey, how are you? Sorry, I'm laying down and I just tied up my hair, but, yeah. Have you been watching the World Cup? No, but I was advised that, well, no, I don't even know if I should say it. Should I tell y'all guys? Because I don't want to be stingy, but I was advised to bet on Mexico, and I don't got money. Def would probably be winning. Jeez. Hey. No, meet and greets are expensive. You gotta put up money for that. Who's your soccer team? I really don't watch soccer, to be honest with you. I'm more football and basketball. Chipotle. Ooh, I had Taco Bell earlier. It's not free. You have to, like, when it comes to meet and greets are not free. Like, I'm talking about, yeah, I can have people meet me for free. I'm not talking about paying to see me. I'm talking about the money you have to put into a meet and greet. You can't just have a meet and greet. And to be, like, okay, let's say that I say, hey, you know, I'm not a large creator, but if it was someone like I Show Speed that said, meet me at the park, he has to get a permit. You cannot just, because for him, he's going to have a whole swarm of people show up somewheres. And basically, you could get in trouble for that. Like, he has, at, like, Bob's Burgers, we was out that day. Me and my mom and someone else. We were out that day that he was here. We were in all the areas that he was around. I was like, bruh. And I did not get to meet or see him because we was by, when he went to the Lobos game, we was there. And she's like, oh, do you know that, someone that I was with told me, oh, do you know that he's here? Like that YouTuber, I Show Speed, and I forgot. And I was like, oh, yeah. And so, yeah, then we went to round one. He was at the Bob's Burgers up the street. And, like, I guess someone tipped off because he was coming to he was coming to where we were at. So we waited. She's like, do you want to wait? And I was like, yeah. Then what happened was he got, like, I guess people knew where he was going. So then he got kind of upset about that. And he went somewhere else. So he went to the National Labs. Or the museum. I forget what museum. Anyways. And I was like, dang it. And he was coming here, so we just left. Because there was other people waiting for him. They're like, yeah, he's coming. And because that was one of the guys that had got something for me to sign for his girlfriend. Anyways, we were waiting. And I was like, darn it. I said, he's not coming because I was watching the Twitch as he was live going around Albuquerque. And I was like, man. Then they told him to go to a car meet. And I'm like, that's the most New Mexican thing you could ever tell someone to do. I'm like, he needs to pull up to the car meet. And I was like, bro, if my brother was alive, he would have been trying to, like, for us to meet I Show Speed. And we probably would have been at that car meet. I was like, and I think I don't remember. I think that was the car meet that was at Cons. Because that's the one that we usually go to. But people kind of ruined it. Because this guy had a lecture and was like, don't ruin that. So I don't know if they still meet there. It's like by the freeway. No, I'm not Mexico. It was I'm not I'm not Mexican. I mean Mexico. What did I say? I'm not Mexican. But yeah, he went to a car meet, and I think that was the car meet at Cons. I think so. There's a car meet at Cons. If you live in Albuquerque, you know the Cons by the freeway. That's where they meet, and I think that's on Saturdays. So yeah. I can do a free meet and greet, but you guys have to understand that I don't want to do that. First of all, because I have to hire a security guard, not because I think I'm famous, for safety reasons. First of all, if I have a meet and greet, I have to think about the safety of the people and myself, because for me to just throw a meet and greet with no safety is insane. Someone could get seriously hurt. I don't want to be responsible if someone gets hurt, or myself. I get death threats. And a lot of threatening things that people say to me, I have to be careful. It's not because I think I'm some famous celebrity and I need a bodyguard. No, like, security has to be able to control situations if something happens. I'm not going to say maybe a lot of people might show up. But then again, I can't take that risk. For me, I'm just playing it safe by not doing a meet and greet. Meet and greets are expensive. And I'm not talking about paying to meet me. I'm talking about the money you have to put into a meet and greet. Yeah, well, I'm just going to stand around and say, hey, come meet me. That's not how that works. Like, money goes into that. And especially if you want to give someone something, like give your fan something for meeting you, that costs money. But yeah, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. I'm thinking about privacy. Because being a content creator isn't fun. In a sense of, like, it is fun. Okay, I want to be successful. I want to be financially stable. But there's that other side of it, like, you have no privacy. Like, when I'm out somewheres, people are like, oh my god, it's Tophiachu. And then sometimes people will just whip out their camera, don't even ask, and start taking pictures or secretly videoing me. I went to a free event. It was like, I didn't even know it was for voting. But it was a free event that the city put on, and Twista was going to be there. I love Twista, the rapper Twista. It was a free concert. I'm not going to pass up a free Twista concert. So I went. I knew, since nobody was taking pictures, because usually when I go places and people aren't taking pictures, I know that someone's secretly filming me. It's obvious. Like, if I haven't had anyone come up to me and ask me for a picture all day, then I know that that means that someone or people are secretly filming me. At the end of the Twista concert, 2 girls did ask for a photo, but yeah, and then I see the videos of people filming me, and I was like, I already knew, because nobody came up and asked me for a photo. And it's just not even that. It's just the fact that, like, I defended myself, and that didn't go well, because the way I defended myself, it made things worse. And yeah, I to be honest with you, the way you guys treat content creators, there isn't going to be any content creators to watch. I'm telling you, from how content creators are moving on social media, a lot of content creators are leaving social media. They don't have privacy. So they don't want someone to see them out in public and recognize them. Like, and especially because I've seen content creators get threats. I've seen content creators be harassed and stalked. And that pushes them to want to leave social media. That's why I want to build a business outside of social media, because I don't want to do this social media stuff forever. I want to have a successful business outside of social media. But even then, having a successful business does not keep you out of the eye, out of the public. Like, I don't know, like, the way that I see content creators, I'm telling you all, there isn't going to be anybody left to really watch, because the privacy, and then you tell people, well, you brought that upon yourself. No, that's like telling a celebrity they have to sign something, or they have to take a picture when a fan asks, because they literally wanted that lifestyle. Why should anyone have to compromise their privacy because you're entitled? Celebrities don't owe you a photo. Celebrities don't owe you an autograph. Celebrities don't owe you nothing. And to say, well, we made them famous, we made them where they're at, we helped them to make all this money, that does not give someone the right to have to give up their privacy. That is crazy. No, I'm not giving my address. Sorry, I don't do that. That's just what comes. But to assume that a celebrity has to do that, that's not what comes with it. That's what society has settled for. A lot of content creators just don't want that anymore. There's too many eyes. Like, my biggest video, and this is not to brag, has 50 million views. 50 million eyes saw that video, and it's crazy to think how many people in the population of the world, that doesn't even touch the population. Like, there's 7 billion people in China. It doesn't even touch China's population. But 53 million people, that's a lot of people. And it's scary to think, like, the most random videos go viral. So if a video goes viral and a lot of people see it, like, I just don't know. There's too many eyes. I want to live comfortably. I want to be able to travel somewhere and not have someone be like, oh my god, Tophiachu, or start secretly filming me. Like, I can't even hang out with friends. I can't even hang out. I could, but I mean, I have to be careful because someone sees us, there they are filming. Like, people are literally posting my, well, she's not talking to me for reasons, you know, she has mental health issues, she's not on her medication, she has, bipolar schizophrenia like my dad, and she's not talking to me. But the fact that these people in a Discord paid for her police body cam footage is disgusting. You paid for the body cam footage of a black woman. You literally are bigots, racists, and you're sitting here calling me a racist, but you paid for the body cam footage of a black woman so you can blast her online. I don't have contact with her. She's not talking to me because obviously she's in there and she's not on her medication. She lost her mind. Like, what is wrong with people? You see, whenever I hang out with someone, that's why I'm afraid for someone to be seen, because then they blast them everywhere, and you don't know someone's situation. You don't know what type of situation they could be in. You want to talk about how I'm filming at a shelter that was a DV shelter, putting people in danger, when no, the first shelter I was ever in was not a DV shelter. Second of all, you filming me with people and saying like, oh, these were the people that she was with. What if they were in a DV situation and you're blasting them online? You don't know if someone could be in a DV situation that I'm hanging out with and you're exposing them online. You gotta think about who the people are that hangs around certain people. I don't know if I'm, like, none of the people that I'm hanging around with are in DV situations, but if they were, you just made their situation unsafe. You don't know what people's situations are to be, like, thinking it's funny to like, post these people online. They could be running from situations you don't even know. Safety reasons, like, and these are the same people that are talking about I'm putting people in danger when, first of all, the shelter was not a DV shelter. Crazy. You want to know what happened last night? I received the email at an old place they think I'm at, ordering Papa John's to said place. You wait, I don't know what, if they ordered a pizza or what it was. You had them make a whole pizza that is going to go to waste, that they now are going to throw in the trash because nobody paid for that pizza. I literally, I couldn't even order a pizza from Domino's at one of the apartments I was at, or one of the places I was staying at, because they called Domino's so many times, because I had told Domino's, like, yeah, they're trolling. Then they had to remove that address from ordering pizza, and I'm like, if someone else stays in this room and they want to order pizza from Domino's, they can't. So Domino's said that they, I couldn't literally order pizza, because one time we wanted pizza and I ordered it and they said no, that I had to go in and pick it up, because they say, how do we know it's you and not a troll? And I said, well, it's me. And they didn't believe me. They weren't convinced. So then my brother couldn't take me down there to get pizza, and I was like, all right. And I had to just freaking accept it. Yeah, so that sucks. No, it wasn't Villa Esperanza. It was actually In Town Suites, I think. Man, we stayed so many places. To be honest with you, my brain, even no, I don't think before the carjacking, there's been so much stuff in my life that a memory will pop up, and I'm like, whoa, I remember that, right? I've forgotten half of my life. Like, so much stuff has happened that I can't even remember every single place we lived at. Red Roof Inn, In Town Suites, extended stay, Roadway Inn, Motel 6. Like, I can't even, Villa Esperanza. Like, my life is gone. Like, my memory, I have no recollections of certain things until, like, I'm reminded of something, because I see a comment and then it reminds me of a memory. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, I can't even remember half of my life, and that's crazy. I'm the one that could remember something. But, yeah. You know, I try to remember what my brother sounds like, and that sucks. You know, because I have somewhat of I don't know, and I need to figure out how to remove a lot of these files from my iPhone, because there's a video I want to save, but I don't want it to be in my phone, because then it takes up storage. Because I have a video of, like, you can hear Hershey in the background, and you can also hear my brother's voice in the background of one of my videos, but it's just crazy. I can't even process nothing. Like, to be honest, I'm mentally exhausted. I just want to shut down and just leave forever and not harm myself, but that's how I feel, because it's tiring. Like, now in trying to get housing, it's get up, go, get up, go, get up, go. It's like get up and go, and I can't even rest. I'm being moved from one program to another. I'm tired. Like, I'm mentally drained. Like, my depression is bad. Well, I'm working on it. You know, my PTSD, I was sitting outside when I'm live and pop, like the fireworks, and that triggers me. And I get a little jumpy. Like, especially when I didn't see someone and they came out of nowhere, and I got jumpy, and I was like, You know, it just sucks because working a normal job would not work for me. I have a job online, you know, but I'm trying to work at that so I can make some money because I know what people are going to say, but it's exhausting. It's very much exhausting. I want to be financially stable and free so I don't have to worry, so I can relax in my own home and be comfortable. You know? Like, even the last place I was at, bam, 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 bam. Just people tend to knock very loudly, and sometimes I don't get up because my reaction is to freeze, because who is banging this late at night? You know, bam, 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 bam. And it's just like, triggers me because you never know who's on the other end of the door. I'm tired. Like, I can't even rest. I have the money for the storage for next month, but my brain is already, I have to work for the month after that. So I'm not trying to scramble last minute to figure out how to pay my storage. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. My phone bill is due next month, and I gotta figure out, or this month. I'm gonna have the money this month for the storage. I already know how. I already know. But, not storage. Well, yeah, storage, but I mean for my phone bill. Because I was like, oops, I'm not gonna have the money for my phone bill, but I am. Because I didn't, by the time I got into the creator fund, I didn't make enough videos to be able to get paid. Cause, you know, you get paid every 15th of the month. So I have to start posting videos, which I need to start posting 1-minute videos. But to be honest, guys, it is tiring. My phone bill needs to get paid this month, and thankfully I'm going to be able to pay it. But I'm just freaking out. I already have to think about next month. And I already have to think about the month. That's why I'm trying to get a place so I don't have to pay for that storage. Mind you, what people are suggesting is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I've got 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms of a storage. If you were to see my storage, we got one of the biggest storages. Not like super big, but we got one of the bigger storage units. There is no way I'm going to be able to fit 3 bedrooms of stuff in a 1-bedroom apartment. My apartment would literally look like hoarders. For people to be like, why don't you just get a 1-bedroom? Like, no. Are you stupid? I can't process what... My brother, we put a lot of stuff in storage, so I can't say, oh, this is trash, this needs to go to the dump, this, and this. I can't just be standing there at the storage unit deciding what we need and what we don't need. A lot of that stuff we need it. I'm not going to be that person standing there when we could just load it all up, take it somewhere, unload it. Like, there's no point to be deciding at the storage. That's just too much work. It's too much work for me, and I'm already exhausted. Like, people will be like, what do you do all day? I can't tell you what I do all day. If I tell you anything, that's one, doxing myself, because people will figure out, oh, this is what she's doing. Okay, well, they're going to search up places and be like, da-da-da-da, she's doing this, so we know this place does this. Like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I cannot. Like, I can't. I can't. I'm not getting a 3-bedroom. Why am I getting a 3-bedroom if there's 2 of us? You said a 3-bedroom is $2,500. I'm not getting a 3-bedroom. I have to get at least a 2-bedroom. Because 3 bedrooms worth of stuff will fit in a 2-bedroom. Because that's more space. It won't fit in a 1-bedroom because it's a 1-bedroom. Now, because there are some things, I don't know if my mom wants that, because we have our beds. We have 3 beds. But one of the beds is my brother's bed, and I don't know if she wants to throw that away or keep it. You know, there's some things that you would be like, that we don't need that, but then, you know, it has a sentimental value to it because it was my brother's bed. You know, it's stuff like that. For me, I'm mentally checked out. Like, how do people do it? How do people become rich? How do people make money? I don't want to struggle anymore or suffer. Homelessness should not be a thing. Like, I've been in survival mode ever since things have happened to me. My whole life has been nothing but trauma. I haven't been able to process anything. I'm finally talking with therapists, and I can't do it. You're not supposed to be of the world, but I gotta pay my bills. I gotta get a job. I gotta work, you know, and it sucks. Why do we gotta do these things? Why did some idiot invent rent? Why do we gotta pay on stolen land that is not even the caucasity of people? Caucasians finding a way to make money off the minorities. And then they're the ones that stole the land from indigenous people and told us we gotta pay on land they stole. They made the rules and regulations on land that is not even theirs, and just decided you gotta follow these rules. You gotta follow these guidelines, and this ain't even our land. But we're gonna tell you what to do on land that isn't ours. We just colonized it. Like, no, let me stop, 'cause first of all, you're talking about Brotherchu was disgusting. Angie posted it. Angie slept in that nasty ass bed since she wants to post it. She was disgusting. She was gross. She left open bags of open bags of Takis behind my brother's bed. My brother did not live like that. She did. She didn't even clean up after herself. She was disgusting. My brother doesn't drink Dr. Pepper. My brother drinks Mountain Dew. So why was there empty cups of Mountain Dew that she never finished? She would get the fountain drinks from the gas station and not finish them. I know what drink my brother drank because we shared the Mountain Dews. He drank Mountain Dew. He didn't drink Dr. Pepper. My mom, I know what all my family likes. My dad likes Mountain Dew, I think. Yeah. My mom loves Pepsi. She's the Pepsi drinker. Now I've turned from Mountain Dew to Dr. Pepper, which is insane. And my brother likes Mountain Dew. No one said I didn't clean. When I had to go help my brother with his room, it was disgusting what I had to clean up after. And it's no wonder why we had all those roaches. And to be honest with you, he would go to work and come home. She expected him to clean up after herself because she's a complete and utter slob. She lived in a pigsty. How are you gonna be? Are you not embarrassed? You come straight home, empty stacks of cracker packs. And it's not empty. It's stacks of crackers. A whole bunch of packs that they'd never finished. They would open another one, and then it would be almost half gone. And, yeah. Like I said, fountain drinks of just almost half drunk Dr. Pepper because she never finished it. Like, she lived disgusting. And my brother knew that. My brother's not going to come home from work and have to clean up after you. What's wrong with you? You need to clean up after yourself. I'm not going to go into a relationship and expect someone to clean up after me like that. I'm going to clean up after myself. I'm not going to have all the disgusting shit. Like, your house is probably going to have maggots in it. Like, you don't have no, like, I don't even think, because the way that I think, she didn't have real parents to teach her how to clean up after herself. Like, I'm not free maid service. What the hell? I'm not your freaking maid. I had to help clean up because that was disgusting. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not even people's maids. I'm not gonna wash your dishes. I'm not gonna clean up after you. I'm not gonna throw your trash away when you leave piles of trash everywhere. You need to do that. What the fuck? Some lazy motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you that. And even, I don't even know, like, people need to be on top of their trash too. Because, like, the place we lived at, the dumpster was filled with trash. So I told my dad, like, oh, the dumpster's filled. Well, just put it by the dumpster. That is creating extra work for the garbage men. I'm not creating extra work. Because then those garbage men have to get out of the garbage truck and throw the bag into their garbage truck. When that's just creating too much work. If the trash is full, that should tell you do not throw it. But my dad got angry and made me throw the trash even though the trash was full. And I'm like, alright. But you could get in trouble for that. So I do have a job. I work online. And if you want to call me lazy, then pay my taxes then. And actually, I didn't make over 10,000, so yeah. How about work for the maids at the motel you destroyed? Okay, let's talk about work for the maids. Those maids created work for them fucking selves. They're the ones who created the work. Let's talk about it, right? My brother went and got the important stuff and left them trash. You know why? They told my family to hurry up and get out. Okay, so if you're telling someone hurry up and get out, how do you expect? And that was an old food, by the way, dumbass. We just bought that food. I had just bought that food. Mind you, you know what is so funny? Why Squidchu lied? I have an actual paper in storage, and I'm going to show you this shit because I still haven't forgotten about that. We have papers where they said they had to conduct monthly a inspection because people falsely said that our room was trash. So they required our room to have an inspection every month to make sure it was clean. You do know that, right? We had to clean our own room every month because we didn't have a maid come in. We cleaned our own room. The only time the maid came, when the maid came, we asked her because she came every Thursday. That was Squidchu, by the way. We asked her for new bedding. So every week on Thursday we would ask for new bedding. That's the only thing we asked her for. She didn't have to do shit. We cleaned our own room by ourselves. The maid did not have to come in and clean. We did that. And we had to have inspections every month. How do you think we stayed there? Because if our room was ever like that, we wouldn't have been allowed to stay there. So let's not lie on people. Because I got that paper in storage. You ain't playing in my face. The reason why the room was trashed and left the way it was is because they rushed my brother. And the other maid was causing problems. That day, that other maid was causing problems. My brother even says, stay here because if she says anything to me, I'm going to tell her off. So he said, I'm just going to get all this important stuff and bring it to the car so we can take it to storage. And he left the trash for them to clean it. That's what they wanted. That's on them. It was cleaned. That's what you're not. You know what? You illiterate ass bitch. because you want to talk about my 7th grade reading level. You're part of the 50% of people that read at a 5th grade reading level. You, like, because there is no way I just told you what I told you, and you still said that room should have been cleaned. Do you not know what a fucking inspection means every month? We had to have a goddamn inspection every month. Meaning that the room was fucking clean. We couldn't stay there unless we had an inspection. So to be like, the room should have been clean in the first place, it was because we had a monthly inspection. And sometimes they would come randomly and make sure the room is clean. Duh. I have papers in storage that literally they put on our door for a monthly inspection because idiots falsely reported and said our room was trashed. So they said that we had to have a monthly inspection. Now do you comprehend? Jeez. If you read at a college reading level, then how do you go to college and you're still stupid? I don't understand why people go to college and they're stupid. Like, that doesn't make sense. You think going to college makes you smart, then you're stupid. I read at a college reading level. Okay, well, you're stupid. Nobody cares. I have the brain of Albert Einstein. I'm smarty pants. Like, no one cares. You could read at a college reading level and still be stupid as fuck. Like, do you think because you got higher education that makes you smart? No, that's like what Precious's mom said. You have a woman coming to my fucking buzzer talking about some higher education. You's a dummy, bitch. You don't know nothing. Like, seriously, what makes you think going to get a higher education makes you smart? I'm smart. I'm as smart as most people, and I didn't have to go to higher education. Yes, I have some college, and I was going for business, but I was not going to college to be smart. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you think because you have a college education you're smart, you're a dumbass. What does reading at a college level have anything to do with a room inspection? How did we get from room inspections to college reading levels? That is the dumbest thing ever. We was not talking about that. If you took that insult personally, then you must feel stupid. You must think of yourself as stupid. All I'm saying is we had monthly inspections, and sometimes it was random inspections, and I don't even think it was monthly. Actually, I think it was weekly, because the maid comes every week. Every time the maid came every week, they checked our room to see if our room was clean. There is no way we stayed there for that long and our room was dirty. They would have asked us to leave. The reason why the room was the way that it was is because my brother took whatever he could and left the other stuff for them to clean, because they told him to hurry up, and not one but both maids were causing problems. Hence why Squid got fired from her job, because she fucked that up for herself. If she was doing her job, she wouldn't have got fired. No, she's too busy running her mouth talking shit about me, and that's what she got. The lady in the office was more understanding than all of them. How does a maid have a say in whether someone gets to stay there or not? You're a maid, bitch. Go clean rooms. That's what you get paid to do. You don't get paid to put people on a do not rent list. You're not doing your job then. Why are you doing a job that is not your job? The lady in the office, mind you, she was a Trump supporter. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her, because I don't know if she still watches my stuff. She used to watch my social medias. my social media, my stuff. She knew me from social media, but she was kind. The Trump supporting aside, she literally helped my family out so much. This witch, I can't even tell you. This chick that worked in the office, there was another chick. This girl stole my rent money and tried to tell me. She looked on the cameras and basically tried to insinuate that my money was gone, that someone took my money. I handed her that money. Then she's like, well, you're $100 short and we need $100 for the rent. And I'm like, I gave it to you. So I didn't have $100 to pay her. And I said, I'm not paying her. I'm not paying you. And my brother wanted to, he said, well, he was going around hustling to get the money. And I said, no, we're not paying her that $100. She took the money. She needs to pay the money. Her guilty conscience ate at her so badly that she said she'll pay it out of her own money. No, you knew that you messed up. You knew you was going to be responsible for $100. Your guilty conscience ate at you. And you did not pay it out of your own money. You paid it out of the money you tried to steal from us. Because if you look at the reviews, people in the reviews said that that place is known to steal money. That the workers have stolen money from people. And said, oh, they were short on the rent. No. Like, some people are not empathetic. You're going to try to steal $100 from me. And then say on camera that you didn't even see the $100 on the counter, that it wasn't there, da-da-da-da-da, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'll pay it out of my own money. Then she calls, and she's like, I got it. I'll just pay it out of my own money. No, you're going to pay it out of the money you tried to steal. The situation was so bad that the conscience ate at her so badly that she just paid it. And you're stealing from a family that could barely afford the rent each month. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I went up to the front. The counter is the front where you pay rent. And I handed her the rent money. When you're saying who leaves $100 on the counter, someone who is paying rent. I paid her the rent. She grabbed the money and she was paid her rent. I did not leave any money for someone to steal. To try to insinuate that someone stole the money is crazy. The person, I don't remember if there was a person behind me that was paying the rent. She tried to insinuate someone else stole my money. Then when she looked on the cameras, she said she didn't see anything. So how does that make sense? From the time that I get to you and I hand you the money, all of a sudden you're $100 short. That to me was odd. Like, you're $100 short, and I had all the rent money at the counter. She looked on the cameras and said she didn't see anything. She said, oh, I didn't see anything. I didn't notice anything. I didn't see. Oh, nobody took your money. You lying ass bitch. And then you have the absolute audacity to somehow magically, oh, I'm gonna be not, like, if you expected us to feel bad for you, to make us feel bad and be like, well, we'll pay you back the $100 since you helped us out with our rent. You didn't help us out with the rent. You paid the $100 out of the money you tried to steal. It is not that obvious. The guilty conscience was eating at you. Why steal the money if you're horrible at stealing money? If your guilty conscience eats at you and you end up giving it back anyways, what's the point of stealing? Like, some of y'all be defending these weird people. Like, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. My brother's like, well, I'll pay her since she paid it out of... I'm like, no, we are not paying this chick because she wanted to steal $100. Why are you working at a place that you're stealing money from? And the worst thing about stealing money, the worst thing about that is the fact that if you get fired for stealing money, no place is going to want to hire you. Like, bruh, if you need money that bad, just get another job. Like, why should people have to work 2 jobs? You tried to have me and my family put out in the streets over $100, bruh, and then you wanted to put on this sob story. Well, I'll pay it out of your money. I'm not paying you back. It is not like you're loaning me the money. She didn't loan us the $100. She paid it out of the kindness of her heart. Thank you. Like, God be with you. But God sees everything, and He saw that sin. He saw what you did. Like, you need to get right with God. You need to take that to the confession and tell the truth, because, man, she's a kleptomaniac. Like, she's going to be stealing from someone else. Because the thing is like, what am I going to call the cops for? They can't check the cameras because they're going to, like, oh yeah, actually, I think I did call the cops. And I think they said they couldn't do anything. As a matter of fact, yeah, I think we did call the cops and they said they couldn't do anything. And I can't remember why. But yeah, I said, I think that the lady in the office stole my money. And I said, I have proof. And then at that moment, when the cops said they couldn't do anything, that's when she had called and she was like, oh, I'll pay it, I guess. Maybe because you were standing on the other side of the door and you heard I was contacting the cops. That's another thing I actually thought of. Besides the guilty conscience, was that maybe she overheard me contacting the cops and she didn't want to get caught with the $100 she was not supposed to have. So what did she do? I'll pay it. No, you just didn't want to get caught stealing. You didn't want to lose your job. You know, people tell on themselves. That's telling on yourself. That's like me. If I worked at a place and someone went up there to the counter to pay the rent, and I tell them they're $100 short after they just left, and they know for a fact they gave me everything, and I tell them, well, you're $100 short, they're going to immediately know who took the money. You're telling on yourself. And then I call them back and it's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, I got it. I'll pay the $100 out of my check. They're going to be like, nah, you took my money. You stole that money. It is obvious you're telling on yourself. That's World's Dumbest Criminals. That should be on an episode of World's Dumbest Criminals, because how are you... Bro. My nose is not fat. She won't save. I don't have 4K. You stole. I didn't steal money. What money did I steal? Always laying down. Get yourself up and be something in life. First of all, it is 11 o'clock at night. Telling someone to get up and be something after they did a lot all day, why don't you STF you? You don't even know what I did all day. I didn't lay down all day. I'm laying down because it's nighttime, you stupid bitch. Like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop responding like that. But some people just piss me off. You need to get up and be somebody. No, you need to shut the fuck up and be somebody. Why are you in my live stream criticizing me and what I'm doing? You always laying down, because I can lay down. Like, why are you always up in my business? Jesus Christ. I'm not even mad, bruh. You haven't even begun to see mad. Sorry, my 10% battery came up, which means I'm gonna have to get off. I blocked those accounts. Those AI videos of me are really creepy, especially the ones with, what's her name, Candy? Those are really creepy videos. Like, I looked at them and I'm like, oh my god, this is creepy. And to be honest with you, the whole Candy videos are so weird. They're very weird. Like, that is hella weird. I don't like, it's like me fighting Candy, or me being like, yeah, and it's me and her at a concert together, performing together. And it's just like, those videos are super creepy. I blocked one, and then there's this like, it's a burner account, and there's these burner accounts that pop up that keep making those videos. You do know that they're only making those videos to make money. They know that they'll make money off of making AI videos of me. And mind you, that's damaging. That's killing people. That's literally damaging the earth. AI is destroying our world. Did you know that AI literally caused this boy's epilepsy? Look it up. And we're just using AI, and it's destroying the world, and it's destroying humans. And then to say, oh, well, you repost AI stuff, you do this and that. You're complaining to me, right? When you say, oh, you used AI. Like, in some instances, yes, that whole, like, trend of, like, yearbook photos, I didn't make that. Someone else paid to do that. That filter you had to pay for. Anyways. But it's so weird to me because of the fact that people are literally defending someone making AI videos. It's just creepy. Those videos creep me out. I block them and one person just pops up. That's just creepy. Like, that's just creepy. I don't use ChatGPT. A lot of the stuff that I say is not ChatGPT. And when I write, like, okay, so when I write, like, a quote or a poem or something, nowhere in there did I say that I wrote that. If I find something online that does not have a name attached to it when it's a poem or something, who am I supposed to put who wrote the poem if there's no name? And for people to say, oh, you're using ChatGPT, you didn't write that yourself. Duh, because there are some poems that I have written myself, which you know which ones, right? But those ones literally are not ChatGPT. They're just poems I found online. To literally be like, oh my god, you didn't write this. Where did I say I wrote that? I never said I wrote that. I don't ever remember. But anyways, I gotta go because my phone's gonna die. It's 10%. Have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. Stay safe. I need to get into my pajamas and get ready to get some sleep. But have a good day or night where you guys are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys. Good night.